up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be reacting to the Barcelona news over the past week or so, mainly, of course, since transfer deadline day in the January transfer window. Lots of topics to discuss. First, of course, the return of the Messi. We'll talk about that quickly. You have, of course, big news coming out about Vitor Roque, the young Brazilian striker in the Brazilian league. A lot of midfielder updates. Barcelona have been linked with numerous other midfielders. Amrabat, Bernardo Silva, Gundogan. We'll talk about that. We also have the top 2 priority for the right back position that have been leaked. We're going to be talking about that and how one player that you all probably wanted is now excluded from that list. Future updates on Franck Kessie. We got some money coming in from Trincao. Huge contract renewal updates on Lamine, Yamal, Alejandro Balde, and Inaki Pena, but mainly on Roberto, Busquets, and Ousmane Dembele. We also have a Busquets injury update. We're going to talk about the club's financial situation as well, talk about some avenues where Barcelona can be making some revenues, and we also have the leaked kits for next season as well. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get to 200 likes in this video. Be very much appreciated. And also, if you're new, make sure you subscribe down below if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Now, before we get into the video, this video is sponsored by Number One Foot. Number One Foot is one of the best replica football jersey websites on the market. They have fantastic qualities at fantastic prices. I ordered some the other day and I got the treble winning jersey for Barcelona in the 14-15 season. The quality is absolutely unreal at a fantastic price. Look at the badge on the jersey. It is fantastic. You have the Nike logo as well, looking brilliant. It has the right tags, the right size, the right material, and it's at a fantastic price. And on their website, they do have the new Barcelona kit for this season with the Spotify logo. You can pick what badge you want on the sleeve, La Liga, Champions League. You can pick whatever number you want, whatever name you want in the back as well. And again, the material is absolutely unreal. Here I have the 2007 Champions League kit for Barcelona. As you can see, it has the UNICEF logo, the Nike, the Barcelona badge with the Camp Nou name around it. And if you use the discount code BOY at checkout, you do get 15% off your final order. That is BOY. Use it at checkout, 15% off, and all orders over $80 get free shipping as well. So go down below, top link in the description, and get your new football kit today. Let's start off with the transfer news over the past week or so. Now, firstly, we have been linked with a midfield duo from Manchester City. As we all know, Manchester City have breached FFP in the Premier League and have about 100 counts of them violating rules. And a lot of things have happened to them: points deduction, title stripped, relegation, and all this stuff. But nonetheless, we are linked with 2 players whose contracts do expire very, very soon. Firstly is Bernardo Silva, who we have been following now for over a year. Sam Lee from The Athletic, who's very close to Man City, has come out saying that Bernardo Silva would leave in the summer transfer window if a suitable offer arrives. His preference is Spain. Apparently, Man City want to sell Bernardo and João Cancelo as well this summer. Now, with Barcelona, apparently offered a loan move as well in the January transfer window, which Man City rejected, but Bernardo Silva accepted, and it's all over the place. Look, what I think the situation with Bernardo is very, very simple. I think he could only possibly arrive pending Messi's future, which we will talk about later on in the video, but Bernardo is an interior and a winger as well. I think the club are also tracking Dani Olmo as well. They're both very similar type profile players. I think, honestly, in my opinion, the ship has sailed for Bernardo. We should have got him at the prime time, which was last summer at his peak. He's played now a year of football under Pep, didn't really play that much, all that sort of stuff. So it's a bit of a risk, although the price as well being questioned. Do City still want around 80 million, or has the price gone down to 50, maybe 40? Because if we're in that region, then maybe I'd consider that we can get Dani Olmo in the future. But again, it will depend on Franck Kessie's future as well. What happens up front with Varane and Rafinha, and if Dembele renews his contract or not, all this sort of stuff. So there's a lot of factors that depend on Bernardo Silva coming to the club, but his name is on the agenda. Watch out for his name in the summer, and also watch out for the price that's quoted. If it's going to be the same thing, 70, 80 million, can't see Barcelona going for that, because of course we have other priorities out there that are right back, CDM as well. But if he's available for around 50, I think the club will look at it for sure. And the other Man City midfielder will be a free agent this summer, and that is Ilkay Gundogan. This is again coming in from Sam Lee from The Athletic. He's come out saying that Gundogan is currently in talks with Man City over a new contract renewal. There are many clubs interested if he does not renew, including Barcelona. Now, this Gundogan transfer makes a bit more sense. What I see happening with Gundogan is, let's say, for example, we want to sell Franck Kessie, boom, free agent, replaces a free agent. Yeah, the age is a big factor, but Gundogan, I think, still has at least 2 years at the European level before he goes to Qatar or MLS and then earns his bag. So keep your eyes on Gundogan as well. The player that Barcelona have been tracking for a very, very long time. I think Barcelona long admires of him as well. And of course, most importantly, the reason why he will be coming, if he does come, is the fact that he is a free agent. Honestly, in my opinion, I think both the transfers of Bernardo and Gundogan this summer are more so on the unlikely side. I think right now more likely is Gundogan on the fact that he's going to be a free agent, but if he renews his contract, I would keep your eyes on Bernardo as well, as the club do want to bolster that midfield and also make the squad even stronger than it already is. Now, apart from Bernardo Silva and Ilkay Gundogan, Barcelona are also tracking more midfielders as well, with them wanting to improve, more specifically in a pivot position, but we have been linked with free agents. Now, of course, keep in mind, we are bros. We're going to be linked with every single decent free agent there is out there. And a new name has popped up that I have not seen in a very, very long time. And that is Kamada, the Japanese midfielder from Eintracht Frankfurt. This is actually coming in from the Japanese media. And they've come out saying that Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and Tottenham are all among the clubs showing interest in Eintracht Frankfurt's Daichi Kamada. And the competition to sign him is likely to heat up even more. He will be a free agent in June. Don't see this one happening. I think our name is just being thrown in there for the vibes. I think, honestly, a move to Tottenham for him would be good for him. Tottenham like to recruit these free agent signings and always incorporate them into their squad. Bayern Munich, of course, want to, pick up every single decent talent in the Bundesliga. So I think a move to Barcelona is very, very unlikely, but keep your eyes on it. I still don't think he's still the profile of a Bernardo Silva. I think the club would rather go and spend money on Bernardo Silva, 40-50 million, than bring in Kamada on a free transfer. But keep your eyes on it. It's coming in from the Japanese media, so it is definitely reliable. But a midfielder I think who's more likely to come to Barcelona out of the two, of Kamada and this player as well, is Sofyan Amrabat. Now, this is my first transfer video since deadline day, and Barcelona went in on Amrabat on deadline day. They offered loan moves left, right, and center to Fiorentina, 3 million fee with a 36 million euro buy option, straight loan with a buy option, and every single bid got rejected. There came to a point where Fiorentina, the club, ended up blocking Barcelona's emails and Xavi's text messages and phone calls because they did not want to hear any offers whatsoever. So the player tried as well. On the player side, Sofyan did push for the move heavily, spoke to the sporting director, the president of Fiorentina as well. His agent himself were pushing for the move for almost 24 hours, and in the end the move did not happen. But Juan Martin did come out saying that Sofyan Amrabat is of course very disappointed and hurt by the broken promise by president of Fiorentina. Apparently the president of Fiorentina said if he had a good World Cup, he let him go on loan with a buy option in January if a good offer came in. So he went back on his word. That's why Amrabat was pushing, was very disappointed. But at Barcelona, they keep the Moroccan as a target for the summer. I would keep your eyes on Amrabat, pending of course the Zubimendi/Busquets future. I think the club want to get Zubimendi. He's the main priority, main option. Also Ruben Neves as well, because we do have that relationship with Jorge Mendes, and the club want to keep him happy in case he gets a big super client in the future. But I think Sofyan Amrabat is definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, top 5 on the pivot list for Barcelona. You're looking at probably Zubimendi, keeping Busquets, Ruben Neves. I think Amrabat is probably next in line, so you can even say top 3. So I'll keep your eyes on him for the summer. He will be probably available for around 30 million euros. But again, will Barcelona want to spend that on someone who's going to be a risk and also more so a short-term replacement? There's no really long-term future with Amrabat. We'll wait and see, but his name will definitely be on that pivot list this summer. Now, along with Sofyan Amrabat, another transfer that failed for Barcelona on deadline day was a signing of the Mexican LA Galaxy right back Julian Araujo. Now, Barcelona had a full agreement with LA Galaxy. Both clubs had a full agreement, pending of course the approval of the MLS, which was given, but the contracts were signed 18 to 20 seconds. Of people are saying 18, some people are saying 20. Let's say, for example, 20 seconds past the deadline. Barcelona and LA Galaxy appealed it. We waited for about 3 days to get a response from FIFA, and they officially rejected the contract signing due to it being late. So we did not end up signing Julian Araujo, because FIFA, of course, this is coming in from Mundo Deportivo and basically everyone else, from Mr. Romano as well. FIFA did not authorize the signing of Julian Araujo for Barcelona. The question now is, will Barcelona sign him in the future? Because of course we have a full agreement with LA Galaxy. Everything's been agreed, players, personal terms, the contract, the fees. It was going to be some ridiculous contract where Barcelona signed him permanently, then they paid like 50% of his rights for 2 million. They can buy the other 50% for 2 million this summer. If not, they can send him back to LA Galaxy and get the 2 million rights back. It was bloody all over the place to get around these loan rules in the MLS. But anyways, Joaquin Pereira, one of the reliable sources in Barcelona around Brazilian news and also Barcelona news as well, writes for Sport. He came out saying that after not being able to sign Julian Araujo, Barcelona Athletic will try to sign Wesley again in the summer. The Brazilian was a priority for the right back position. So now it looks like Julian Araujo will be put on the back burner for now, and we will be going for Wesley, one of the up-and-coming right backs in the Brazilian league. So keep your eyes on that. Don't think we'll sign Julian Araujo in the future. I think we'll keep an eye on him for sure. If he develops and plays well, makes maybe move somewhere else and develops, we could get him then. But I think he was really last second option, just someone to bring in to replace Hector Bellerin, which in the end, of course, did not happen. So Julian Araujo signing right now, very, very unlikely, as Wesley has taken a leap at him in the right back position priority for Barcelona Athletic. But Barcelona are in talks to sign a right back for the first team, and this also broke on deadline day as well, and it is the signing of Benjamin Pavard from Bayern Munich. Fernando Polo from Deportivo came out saying that Benjamin Pavard offered himself to Barcelona for the summer, and for the now, his entourage have been talking to Barcelona for weeks, and the club likes him for his versatility and his experience as well. And the reports started to fly in. Juan Martin came out saying that Benjamin Pavard's entourage has already informed Barcelona that the player would be delighted to join Barcelona. Sport 1 reports in Germany saying that Benjamin Pavard wants to leave Bayern Munich in the summer. His desired destination is Barcelona. His management is already working on a transfer to Barcelona with the help of Vini Zahavi, who of course is the agent of Robert Lewandowski and likes to be the intermediate when Barcelona and Bayern Munich negotiate. But Matteo Morita from Libo has also come out saying that along with Barcelona, Inter Milan are also interested in signing Benjamin Pavard. The player prioritizes playing as a center back, which could be key for Barcelona to sign him, because of course Barcelona want to play him as a right back. But the player right now is unhappy at Bayern Munich because he wants to play as a center back. But Fabrizio Romano has come out saying that Barcelona are very keen on signing Benjamin Pavard in the summer. Pavard's price will probably be around, I'd say, 15 to 25 million euros, depending how we can talk with Bayern Munich. I think we had a fair deal for Lewandowski in the summer, but of course the vibes and the relationship was not that great. With him having 1 year left in his contract, I would not pay a penny over 20 all in. So I'd probably pay 15 with a few add-ons in there. Anything over that, I think is not worth it, especially with the player that wants to play center back. He's going to be coming in as a right back. Is he really a Barcelona right back? No, not in my opinion. I think he's very similar to Jules Koundé, defensive right back who may get forward once in a while, but more so will be on the defensive end. Now, Pavard is not the only option for Barcelona, as Javi Miguel came out saying that Arnau Martinez was never Xavi's priority for the right back position. Also, Jordan Romero confirmed this as well. Apparently, Arnau Martinez is close to joining Atletico Madrid. Now, after we played Girona, I really liked Arnau Martinez. He played so well in that game. I think he knew that this was an audition for him. He was getting forward. He almost scored a couple times. I really liked him, but apparently Xavi and Barcelona are not too keen on him because Juan Foyth followed by Benjamin Pavard are the best positioned candidates. So Barcelona right now, two main targets in the right back position who of course are feasible, of course not the dream signing, are Benjamin Pavard and Juan Foyth. Pavard will be cheaper, and you could say more experience. He's won a World Cup, he's won a Champions League. But Foyth, in my opinion, has a better potential. But the problem is he's been quite injured, I think, over the past few months. He barely made the World Cup squad for Argentina. He was injured beforehand. He got injured afterwards as well. And he will be more expensive. The issue is that Pavard does not want to play a right back, where Juan Foyth, I assume he does. I don't think he can play right back for Barcelona. He turned that down. So we'll have to wait and see. Again, the problem is all three of them are not natural right backs. We're being linked to these versatile right backs. But I think Xavi has something planned. I don't know if he wants us, switch to a back three when we're defending, have the left back Alejandro or Jordi bomb forward and then make it into a back three a little bit. Because we have seen Jules Koundé move forward a lot. He's getting into the final third, making those through balls, making those overlapping runs. I don't really see Benjamin Pavard or Juan Foyth doing that. They're very, more so on the defensive side. We've seen Benjamin Pavard, of course, get forward a lot for Bayern Munich. Juan Foyth the same as well. But it's not that natural that you see in, for example, a Trent or a Reece James or maybe even a Dani Alves in the past. So we'll wait and see. But again, we are being linked with these makeshift right backs. I think we have to sign right back, of course. I want to see Koundé and Araujo as a center back partnership, and then you have Christian on the bench, provide competition. That's going to be lethal in terms of our squad depth. The club are in the market. We'll have to wait and see what they decide. But right now, without a shadow of a doubt, the clear front runner for right back position for Barcelona to sign this summer is Benjamin Pavard. Now, along with Benjamin Pavard, another player that Barcelona are currently negotiating for is the signing of the Brazilian wonder kid, Vitor Roque. This is coming in firstly from Mundo Deportivo, from Roger Tolor. He's come out saying that Vitor Roque's agent Andre Curry, an ex-Barcelona employee, will arrive to Barcelona soon to help strike a suitable deal with his current club to help with FFP. Roque wants to join Barcelona, and Barcelona see him as the future replacement for Robert Lewandowski. And then we got the big news from Joaquin Pereira from Sport, of course, #1 source around Brazilian players joining Barcelona. He's come out saying that Barcelona are drawing up a strategy to make the signing of Vitor Roque viable. The club believes that he is ready to take the next step. Roque will do his best to arrive at Barcelona and will be delighted to learn alongside Robert Lewandowski. And finally, he's also come out saying that Barcelona have contacted his club, the two executive, Luis Felipe Scolari and also Andrea Matos, with the intention of laying out the foundation for the negotiation for the signing of Vitor Roque in the summer. So Barcelona are making movements. We're hearing it's going to be a 30 million euro deal, but the 30 million paid in 3 installments over the next 3 summers. So 10 million this summer, 10 million next summer, and then 10 million the following after that. And there should be some add-ons in there as well. This is going to be a very, very interesting signing. I think with the, Youssoufa Moukoko renewing with Borussia Dortmund, the club now have to spend on a Lewandowski backup and also Lewandowski replacement for the future ahead as well. And they decided to go young and bring in Vitor Roque, who they apparently believe will have a brighter future than Endrick. We'll have to wait and see. Big risk ahead. And again, you can't judge a player like this until he comes in the Blaugrana shirt. Right now in the Brazilian league, he's looking very good. I've seen some highlights of him. He's looking promising. But again, the talent and the growth and the promise is definitely there in the players. So we'll have to wait and see how this deal develops. But right now, Barcelona are in negotiations to sign Vitor Roque in the summer. Now, another forward who Barcelona could potentially sign in the summer, very, very slim chance, but it's possible. It is, of course, the return of the greatest human being to ever touch a football, Lionel Andres Messi. Now, Gerardo Miro has come out saying that Barcelona has a study carried out on the impact of the hypothetical return of Leo Messi. At the moment, Messi has not been in favor of renewing PSG, but this does not mean that he is not going to do it. We're hearing some reports as well. I think RMC Sport, one of their journalists, came out with his opinion saying that he does not believe that Messi will renew his contract with PSG. Luis Campos, the PSG director, said that we're in negotiation with Messi. It's not done yet. We're still talking. So nothing is set in stone, but it is Gerardo Miro against the world right now. Gerardo Miro is basically saying that he's not renewing his contract right now. Of course, the decision can change, but as of his current moment, he will not renew his contract because he wants to leave after the World Cup and all this sort of stuff. So we'll wait and see. Will Javier Tebas put an obstacle in for us signing Leo Messi return? 100% he will, no doubt about that. But we'll have to wait and see how it goes. I think right now it's still way too early to call. Hit me up in May. If he's not ready with his contract, then that's when, shit will get real. So keep your eyes on it. The club, without a shadow of a doubt in my mind, are thinking about it. They're making some studies. His shirt sales, his signing, how much they can actually afford for him. Will they, go above and beyond to sign him and then make that whole return possible? We'll have to wait and see, but without a shadow of a doubt, Messi's name will always be connected with Barcelona, and his return is not on the table, but definitely, without a doubt, an option. Let's now discuss the players who have been rumored to leave Barcelona over the past week or so. Firstly, of course, is Franck Kessie, who has been rumored to leave the club during the transfer transfer window, swap deal with Brozovic, or just a straight sale to Inter or even AC Milan. Fabrizio Romano has come out saying that Franck Kessie will see his future decided in the next 3 or 4 months as he has to show his best. Otherwise, he could leave Barcelona in the summer. I'd watch out for Franck Kessie. I think right now he's on thin ice. Of course, he played well against Sevilla over the past weekend. Had a beautiful, exceptional, immaculate assist for Jordi Alba's first goal. But market opportunities are market opportunities. I think if you told the club right now, sell Kessie for 30 million euros and then bring in Gundogan for free, they would do it. 100% in my book. So watch out for who's available, and also watch out for the offers that come in for Franck Kessie, because no doubt clubs are interested, whether it's Premier League or Serie A clubs. He gets on I think he'll have 3 years left on his contract this summer. 20-30 million euro bid comes in, the club will definitely study it, but they'll have to look at replacements as well. They can bring in Amrabat for 30, basically 30 sell Franck, and then 30 bring in Amrabat. They're making a 0 net profit, so that can be on the table as well. So keep your eyes on that sense, but of course if he performs well and Xavi wants to keep him, that'll shut down everything. But if he does not perform well, opportunities come about, the club will analyze and study it for sure. So you could say Franck Kessie's future is on thin ice, but it all will depend on his performances from now until the end of the season. Now, one player who Barcelona have officially sold over the past 24 hours is Francisco Trincao. His loan mandatory buy option has been met, with Sporting Lisbon officially staying in the first division of the Portuguese league. This is coming from Gabriel Sanz from Deportivo. He came out saying that Barcelona will now receive an additional 7 million euros for Trincao after the initial 3 million euros that they received for his loan. They owe, of course, 50% of the rights of the player, and Barcelona also have a 20 to 25 million euro buyback option in the future as well. I think the work that's been done to sell Trincao has been brilliant. I believe Bartomeu bought him for 30 million euros to execute his release clause. We now sold him for 10, 7 plus 3, because now the loan conditions were met for his move to be permanent. The club also reserved 50% of his future rights as well. So if Sporting sell him in the future for 20, we will receive 10. And also we do have a 20 to 25 million buyback option if, for example, he explodes. So brilliant business by Barcelona, but this is one less player we have to deal about in the summer. Of course, in the summer, we're going to have so many players come back from loan: Nico, Collado, Lenglet, Umtiti, Dest. I don't want to think about it, but Trincao is now one less worry for the club. Now, a player who will most definitely return from his loan this summer to Barcelona is Alex Collado, and his future, of course, is going to be in doubt with, of course, us having a stacked front line with squad depth and starting players. There are reports coming in saying that Alex Collado is recovering right now from a serious injury at the Ciutat Esportiva. Of course, he's got a big injury with Elche. He was ruled out for the next 4 months, but it could be even worse. But one of the first to be interested in the player has been Xavi. There's nothing that the coach overlooks about the Barcelona player. So apparently Xavi is still a huge fan of Collado, which brings me to my head: why didn't you give him a chance? Why didn't you give him an opportunity? I understand we had players coming in, which is in retrospect fair, but we didn't see him that much in preseason. But we keep hearing rumors about Xavi loving Collado. He loves Abdi as well. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens this summer if we do end up selling a winger, whether it's going to be Ansu, probably not. Varane, maybe if a good offer comes in, maybe Rafinha, maybe Dembele does not renew. So I think these wingers do have opportunities, do have chances, but I think most like what the club will do is sell them and then have like a buyback option or something like that, or reserve rights for their future, because there's just the front line right now is just too stacked. It's too stocked. You have players for the now, and Rafinha, Dembele, Lewandowski, you play for the future, and Varane, Ansu as well, if of course it live up to expectations. So we'll see with Collado. Will he probably be in the preseason with Barcelona in the first team? I'd say probably so. I think Xavi just want to see him, but then again, will he have a chance at the club? Probably not. I do see the club selling Collado this summer for sure. He's been on too many loan moves. We tried to keep him, we tried to play him, all this sort of stuff. I think it's best to part ways and maybe meet up in the future if he does explode. Let's now discuss some contract renewal updates around the first team at Barcelona. The first renewal update is not even around the first team. It's actually around Juvenil A, and that's of course the renewal of the Barcelona gem in La Masia, Lamine Yamal. This is coming in Fernando Polo from Deportivo. He's come out saying that Barcelona are accelerating the contract renewal of Lamine Yamal. The contacts with Ivan de la Peña, his agent, have increased. Barcelona want to tie him down to at least a 3-year contract with a suitable release clause. The club and coaches rate him very highly. Now, of course, Xavi has been asked about him in numerous press conferences over the past few weeks. With the first team not suffering any injuries, everyone, on decent form, he never had his chance, but apparently Xavi does rate him very highly, and he will apparently be involved in pre-season this summer. Again, big questions around Collado as well. It all ties in together, which of course makes it simple, makes it very interesting. But then again, the club do rate him highly. Apparently, Joan Laporta is taking on this renewal himself. That's how much the club rate this player. So we'll wait and see how it goes. I have no doubt he will renew. The question now is, after this renewal, will he get into the first team? Will he play for Barcelona Athletic? Because again, keep in mind, he's still playing for the juvenile team, which is, I believe, the under 19. So he's still very young, a lot of promise, a lot of hopes for him. But the first thing we have to do is time down to the new contract. After that, we'll see some more appearances from him in Barcelona Athletic, and also maybe possibly the first team as well. The next contract renewal update is on the contract renewal of Alejandro Balde. This is coming in from Gabriel Sanz from Deportivo. He's come out saying that Alejandro Balde's contract renewal is taken for granted, although his agent Jorge Mendes is yet to give the final approval to the documents sent by Barcelona. The club considers him as an asset that his contract must be shielded. So we've been hearing it for everyone that his renewal is basically done pending final approval and final review from his side, Jorge Mendes, and also the Barcelona side as well. of course, you have the time down. This is going to be one of the best left backs in the world in the future. He's probably on course right now to win the Golden Boy Award, the Copa Trophy as well. We're gonna repeat that with Xavi, Pedri, and Alejandro Balde. The future looks absolutely bright for the Blaugrana, and Balde is no exception to that. Of course, he's been absolutely brilliant this season. Still some aspects where he has to improve upon, but again, that's just coming with experience. That comes with playing more games. He is an exciting and beautiful prospect for Barcelona in the future. So, of course, renewing his contract was no doubt for the club, and his renewal is on course to be completed very, very soon. I would suspect by at least the next international break, which I believe will end by end of March, his renewal will be done. I think now it's all agreed. They're going to review the contracts, going to get everything done hopefully in the next few weeks, and then finally sign his renewal. But first, we're going to have to wait for the renewal firstly of Inaki Pena. Once that gets announced, then we're going to be expecting the Alejandro Balde renewal next. The next contract renewal update is on the second captain's renewal at the club, Sergi Roberto, where Barcelona, Xavi, and Roberto have agreed to renew a contract to an extent pending an agreement. Barcelona, of course the board, Xavi, and the player have agreed that he should stay for one more year, but now it's all about finding that agreement in terms of the number and of course the length of contract as well. Jordi Gil from Sport came out saying that Sergio Roberto's contract renewal is close. He has agreed to Barcelona's one-year concession offer with the option of another year. Salary will remain the exact same as of now, so that Barcelona B salary is probably like 50K a week, something like that. They're reviewing the documents and deciding on the option of a year. But that's where the problem comes in. Juan Martinez came out saying that Sergio Roberto wants to renew his contract for 1 year without including an option for another year. The option for another year offered by Barcelona is based on his performances, but the player feels that condition isn't fair. So the option to renew is based on games played and performances, and Roberto does not feel that's fair. He wants the option to be, likely, like very, very, basically pending his approval. So the renewal option for most players, most clubs, that the player says yes, club says yes, renew, same terms, same everything. So that's what he wants, the standard yes. Does not want to base on performances and factors and all that sort of stuff. Just to be fair, is a fair point from him because that does not guarantee his future whatsoever. So we'll wait and see on this. But to be honest, at this point, I have no doubt that Roberto will renew his contract, which means that this man could be the first team captain going into next season. Absolutely. May not play that much, but on paper, he will be the first team captain, which is absolutely mad to think about. But wait and see. I am expecting Sergio Roberto to renew his contract from now until June. It will be a 1-year simple renewal at the bare least. Same salary as well. Xavi wants to keep him. He's a leader in the dressing room, speaks multiple languages, knows the culture, and of course, most importantly, very, very versatile. He is, the pocket knife for Xavi, left back, right back, center back, DM, right interior, right wing, left wing. He'll put a shift in there. Striker and goalkeeper, that's where I think he's drawing the line, Roberto, but anywhere else, he can put a shift in. So we'll wait and see how it goes, but I have no doubts now that Roberto will renew his contract with Barcelona pending a big catastrophic drop. The next contract renewal update is on the contract renewal of the current first team captain of the club, Sergio Busquets. Right now, the situation is absolutely all over the place. Firstly, Kamada came out saying that Sergio Busquets expects a renewal offer from Barcelona to continue for another season. Sources close to the player say that they are waiting to receive an offer so that it could be assessed. Gabriel Sanz from Deportivo came out saying that Busquets still does not have any renewal offer on the table from Barcelona. He's currently leaning towards the idea of leaving for the MLS this summer. So let me get this straight. Make this, situation very, very simple. The club and Xavi want to keep Busquets for 1 more year. 100% guaranteed and confirmed. The amount of times Xavi's come out and said that in the press conferences is ridiculous. The club, even Mateo Alemán came out and said it before the Sevilla match this weekend. They want to keep Busquets for 1 more year because there's no viable replacement. There's no affordability for the replacement as well. And also, he's a legend. He can put in the shift still. That's the idea. But then we got a big bombshell yesterday over the past 24 hours, and it came in from Fernando Porto from Deportivo. He came out saying that Sergio Busquets has an 18 million euros per year contract offer from El Nasir on the table. For now, Busquets is still waiting to see if he gets an offer from Barcelona because he knows that Xavi wants him to continue for at least 1 more year. So Busquets has been offered 350,000 euros per week to dip to Saudi Arabia. And also keep in mind, that's more than what he currently earns at Barcelona. Right now, I think he's earning around 250 to 200,000 per week. So it's a big pay increase. I'm very, very interested to see what Barcelona offer him because ain't no way in hell we're offering him 200K a week again. We're probably going to offer him, I think, around 100. Maybe that Dembele, Rafinha salary around think that's what, 7 million per year, 115,000 per week, something like that. I think that's what the club will offer him because he still will play very regularly, but he is of course coming to the end of his career. We'll have to wait and see. I think right now it depends on what Barcelona offer him. If they offer him a decent contract, I think Busquets will take it at this point. That's my current feeling. I think Busquets will say one more year. He'll announce my last year. We'll have a proper send off, but this will be my last year. Renew the contract, or he completely dips, which I do think is still a possibility. I think right now, honestly, I would say 51% he leaves and 49% he stays. I think it's that close. I think the assistant on the club and Xavi to keep him for one more year is persuading Busquets a bit, but I think he does want a good offer. I don't think he wants the Sergio Roberto contract, right? The Barcelona B salary. I don't think he wants that, where he can go and earn almost 400,000 per week in Saudi Arabia with Cristiano Ronaldo as well. So we'll wait and see on Busi. It is a very delicate and very interesting situation, which I do think will be resolved by the end of the March international break. With Busquets retiring from international break, I think it will probably heat up during then, but he is still awaiting an official contract renewal offer from Barcelona. The club have not made an offer to Busquets, although they've told him multiple times, communication in the press and also behind the scenes, that they do want to renew his contract for sure. So we'll wait and see on Busi, but again, his future right now is definitely still in the air. The next and final contract renewal update is on the contract renewal of Ousmane Dembele, who in my opinion should be the priority renewal at the club. Fernando Polo and Gabriel Sanz from Deportivo have come out saying that Barcelona have contacted Dembele's representatives in order to arrange a meeting and address his continuation. Dembele wants to continue. Both Xavi and the sports managers are very happy with Dembele's performances and commitment as well. Over the past month, Dembele has been getting a lot of love. We're hearing now he's speaking fluent Spanish. He's best friends with Pedri and Gavi. We saw Gavi, of course, score over the past weekend. Went over to the bleachers to celebrate with Dembele. So the relationship is there. I think he's blending very well with the club. Him and Xavi are probably BFFs after Xavi broke 3 legs and an arm to keep him last season. So the question is, will his agent Moussa Sissoko still be asking for that freaking Ballon d'Or salary of 800,000 per week? Dembele right now currently on 115,000 per week. I think he will have a release clause this summer of 100 million euros. So we're hearing some reports that it could be 50 million euros as well, but I don't think that's the case. I do think it will be around 100. So I'll have to wait and see. But this summer there will be a decision on Ousmane Dembele, whether he stays, renews long-term 4-year contract, whatever the case may be, or the club will definitely put him on the market. I think they want a firm and final solution to this Ousmane Dembele saga, with him playing well, being vital for the team, being close with so many players in the team as well. I think the player no doubt does want to continue. The question really now is on his representatives, because they do have a lot of power over him, which of course we did saw over the past summer. Wesley on Dembele, but again, his situation will be very interesting. I think the club right now first they want to deal with Alejandro Balde, Inaki Pena, Sergio Busquets, Sergi Roberto, and then they'll move to Ousmane Dembele, because of course that will take a lot of time and a lot of effort as well. But we'll wait and see on Dembele, but his future as well. Barcelona is still in the air, but no doubt the player and the club want the relationship to continue. Let's now discuss some injury updates starting Barcelona over the past 48 to 72 hours. We do have some big news in regards to the injury of Sergio Busquets, which he did pick up, of course, on Sunday against Sevilla. The club did confirm that it is a sprained ankle, and the media have picked up that Sergio Busquets has a grade 2 sprain in his left ankle with partial ligament tear as well. Time out, according to Barcelona sources, will be 2 weeks, at the maximum 3 weeks. Now the big question is, will Busquets be available for the Old Trafford clash in the Europa League? According to Javi Miguel from AS, who of course is very, very reliable, let alone probably the best source in terms of injury news, he came out saying that Busquets can play if he does, of course, take drugs and inflammates his ankle. He can go through the pain and play. Will the club risk that? That is the big question. Of course, Busquets is very, very important for the team. He's been playing very, very well over the past month. He dropped some masterclass against Madrid, against Betis, so no doubt he's important for the team. So we'll wait and see what the club decide. It will depend, of course, on his recovery. That will determine the availability that he does play, but it will be interesting to keep an eye on. But Busquets, at least minimum, will be out for 2 weeks, but could be back in about 3. Let's now discuss some of the news starting Barcelona over the past week or so. We're going to be discussing how Barcelona are going to be making some money over the next few months. Of course, FFP is up our arse beyond belief. Got the new stadium coming in with Espai Barca, so the club need to make some money in some way, shape, or form. Firstly, of course, is this fucking sleeve sponsor, which is now officially triggering the life out of me. We have been linked with sleeve sponsors for goddamn near a year now. It has been ridiculous, but we're back again. Fernando Balde from Portuguese has come out saying that Philips are highly interested in becoming Barcelona's sleeve sponsor. Also want to be linked with the Espai Barca project in some way. If an agreement is reached this season for the sleeve, Barcelona want around 2 to 3 million euros before June, and later it will become around 8 to 9 million euros per season. So the club have so many places where they haven't, really capitalized on the revenue they can for the club, and one of them is the dance sleeve sponsor. We got rid of, I think, what was it, Beko on our sleeve last season, and now all of a sudden we can't find another one. We've heard like Polkadot, Whitebit, this and that, all these cryptocurrency companies, and now Philips is back again as well. We heard about this a few months ago. I'm honestly sick to the death of it. I cannot believe we cannot find a decent sleeve sponsor that will pay us. I mean, it's been ridiculous, but it is what it is. We'll have to wait and see. Now, also, Fernando Balde from Deportivo came out saying that several companies are interested in sponsoring the rear parts of Barcelona's shorts, which, of course, the backside. Till today, Barcelona have never used this asset before. Income from this could be exceed around 5 million euros per season, which will help comply with La Liga's financial fair play. So again, not only the sleeve sponsor, but also the rear of the shorts can have a sponsor as well, where Barcelona have not capitalized on that in any way, shape, or form. Fernando Balde also came out saying that Barcelona's marketing team, supervised by the vice president responsible for it, Julian, continues to look for new sources of income, as there are some untapped categories, such as airlines. There is a field to explore. So again, all of a sudden now Barcelona realized there's so many avenues of bringing in revenue. You can get a plane sponsor, rear of the shorts, sleeve sponsor, toilet sponsors, all over the place. And this is true. We see a lot of teams do this. I know for a fact that Madrid have the Fly Emirates. They got an airplane. They got sponsors there as well. They tap it very well. The club have so many avenues where they can, capitalize on market revenues for sure. All they got to do is slap a sponsor. Bada bing, bada boom. You're going to buy it. I'm going to buy it because it's for Barcelona and we don't care. So we'll wait and see, but again, hopefully they do some things now from now until the summer. I know when the summer coming, first month we're out here getting deals done, less sponsors for the left sock, the right shorts, planes, all this stuff. Then July, it's all about transfers. It's just too much, and of course it will be that main thing the main theme, should I say, that will come up again. And that is economic levers. Candace have come out saying that Barcelona will try to activate a mini lever to increase the income with the departure of Memphis and Bellerin and the retirement of Piqué. Barcelona's financial fair play figures have improved. Now, one of the levers you could say is Barcelona selling Barca TV. I think there's strikes going on apparently as well. Barca TV not making too much money, so what Barcelona want to do is either sell it to a company to improve it and all that sort of stuff, or incorporate Barca TV into Barcelona studios as well. That is an option that the club do have on the table. So again, a lot of moves happening. You got renewals, you got games coming up, you got sponsors. There's so much things happening at the club. The question now really in my mind is how much will the club get done from now until the summer? Because summer is all about transfers. How can you improve the squad, bringing players in and out? We got about freaking 10 million players coming back from loans as well. Right now we should be focused on renewals, sponsorships, and economic levers. Get all that done by June. I think our final game of the season is June the 4th. I think the first weekend of June against Celta Vigo away from home. Get all that stuff done before then, and then in the summer you can focus on maybe a couple, or maybe a few, one sponsor here that you can go in and get some deals done in the summer. So we'll have to wait and see. The club right now working on so many things. The question really now, in my opinion, is how much they can get done before the summer. Now, the final topic that I want to discuss before I end off this video is the avenue where Barcelona probably make the most amount of the money from the fans, and that is, of course, new kits. On the screen right now you can see the league kits for Barcelona for next season, the 2023-2024 season. You have the home kit, away kit, and the third kit, which should bring you back some memories to the good old days, prime Pep teams. Oh, I'm getting flashbacks. Anyways, we have the first two we already knew about. The home kit will look like this. The white kit will be coming out with the old badge. But the new kit, the third kit, is the leaked one. Of course, it is a retro one from, I believe, the 2011 season. If I'm not, the 2010-2011 season, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe probably 2009-2010 as well. One of those two. We've seen it back in the day, and they're going to bring it back and modernize it a bit. Looks very sexy in my opinion, and I buy all the kits, but I will be purchasing that in a heartbeat. So let me know your thoughts on the kits down below. But again, this will be definitely one of the big revenues for Barcelona next season. If they just slap some damn sponsors on those sleeves, we can be making some proper bank. So wait and see. But again, let me know in the comments down below your thoughts on the new kits for Barcelona next season. So that was my reaction to the Barcelona news over the past week or so. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course leave me your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. The main thing I want to firstly, of course, your thoughts on the return of Lionel Messi. Think it will happen or not? Secondly, on that midfield dilemma, who you think the club will prioritize? Will it be Gundogan, Bernardo Silva, Amrabat, Kamada? Who you think will actually sign? Thirdly, at right back, what are your thoughts on the potential options in Juan Foyth and Benjamin Pavard, and who could you pick depending on price and also on the profile of the player as well? And finally, your thoughts on those contract renewal updates, mainly of course on Roberto, Busquets, and Ousmane Dembele. And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Take care and Forza Barca.